Nigel, you've been drawn away to Burnley in the Emirates FA Cup fourth round. What do you make of that draw?
Yeah, it could have been kinder to us. I think that's fair to say. Very, very tough one going away to a Premier League side, but that's what it is. We'll go there and have a go. I don't know when the last time Mansfield played at Burnley, so we'll go and have a good day out and do our best to replicate sort of Sunday's heroics.
I think it was 30 years ago.
30 years ago. Well, there you go. So I know supporters like to go to grounds I haven't been to for a while. Scott Parker, unbelievable season last season, getting promoted. Always going to be tough for them this season, and they'll see the FA Cup, I think, as a route for a bit of success.
What chance have you got?
Slim. That's fair to say, just because of the quality, even on Sunday against Sheffield United, it's the quality when Bamford comes on the pitch and people like that. That's what can hurt you.
Let's speak about that Sheffield United game on Sunday. Another extraordinary encounter for Mansfield. Such a memorable day. Many saying it was one of their most favourite away days supporting Stags. You've been manager for 5 years. Where does it rank for you?
Yeah, it's up there in terms of cup games, certainly. I think because the nature of the game, you get 4-1 up and everybody thinks you're cruising, and then two soft goals go in, and all of a sudden, you've got 25, 30 minutes of not totally hanging on, but it's pretty much backs to the wall. But we had that at Bolton, a few weeks ago in the league. So it's nice that we're developing, I think, the characteristics necessary to play like that occasionally. Don't want to all the time, and you can't defend for long periods, without conceding. We conceded 3 goals at Sheffield United and still managed to get the win. But it's equally as important to be a threat at the other end, which we were.
You headed into that game in tremendous form, beating Barnsley, Bolton and Bradford. What part did that play in the eventual victory, the momentum with which you headed into the cup-tie Bramall Lane?
Oh, huge part. And when you do get those wins, the confidence, you can't buy it. It's just something you have to get from winning games or not losing games. We were on the floor in November and December when we couldn't get a win and decisions were going against us. And then all of a sudden, we put a good performance in at Barnsley despite being 2-0 down, and it's been a springboard from there. And the lads are, fair to say, they've got a spring in the step now, and looking forward to Saturday and beyond.
What can you take, therefore, from that match into the league?
Well, the confidence and belief that we can compete, with a team in the league above. Now we're getting to a team on Saturday with I think it's for me, our most important game of the season, and it'll be a different sort of challenge. But we need all those sort of characteristics going into it.
Why do you label it as the most important game of the season?
Because when you've won 4 on the spin, like we have done, incredible wins, especially on the back of Sunday in the FA Cup, it's important now not to lose the game and to keep it going. And Saturday is an opportunity to do that. But Port Vale have had a couple of wins themselves now, and they'll be a different proposition probably than they were a few weeks ago.
Do you see this one on Saturday as a bit of a revenge mission? Because in the reverse fixture, everything went against you. You had Ryan Sweeney sent off early doors, and pretty much with the last kick of the game, you conceded a penalty from which they scored and won.
Yeah, not a revenge mission against Port Vale. They turned us over in the playoffs a few years ago, but nothing that they did in that game. It was a sending off, Ryan Sweeney, and it was purely down to the referee giving the penalty in the last minute. So nothing on that side of things. We just want to get the 3 points if we can on Saturday and get us ever closer to that 50-point mark.
Has John Brady changed much from what you've seen in his very early days at Vale Park? Yeah,
it will be early days, but they had a good win just before he came in, and then another one on Saturday. So they'll be starting to think they've turned a corner a little bit. And he changed the formation slightly, but I know with John's teams, when we played against Northampton over the years, they'll be right at it and right up for it.
News-wise, Carl McAdam returned to his parent club Nottingham Forest yesterday. How do you assess his loan spell at Mansfield?
Well, when he came in, honestly, pre-season, he was one of the top few players that we had. He was started the season, didn't quite take it on, then got a couple of knocks and hasn't been able to recapture that form, unfortunately. But like a lot of young players, he needs now to go and play. And hopefully he'll get another loan for the second half of the season and go and show that sort of form that he did early on with us. But it's been brilliant to have around, and we've got a strong left-hand side now with Macca and Fraser fit and everything. So he's got good competition out there. So it's it's all in conjunction with Forest, and they're very happy, with him going back and hopefully going out again.
And we've not spoken much or had the chance to about your latest recruit, Victor Adebayo, the forward whom you gave a debut to at Bramall Lane on Sunday. What does he give you that you've not got in the squad?
Well, just a point of difference. You saw that when he came on. Similar to Oates in some ways, in terms of he'll run around and cause problems up there. He's been unlucky with the injuries he's had at Bolton. He's been fit now after his knee injury for 2 or 3 months. So it's a case of building him up, and we're going to have to be a little bit patient with him. But it's one, although he's on a permanent now till the end of the season, it's one that, maybe looking forward to beyond that. So we'll see how he goes, but very pleased with all the 3 that have come in.
Are you content with the business, therefore, on the whole, or could there be more coming in?
No, we're content with the squad. I think it's great. We're seeing players coming back now and the difference it's making. The bench we had on Saturday was the strongest we've had for months. And then the options we've got within that. Unfortunately, Max Dickoff couldn't make in the 20, which he's been on the bench most of the time. We've got Regan coming back. We've got Tyler coming back. We've got Kyle Noyle coming back. We've got Jordan coming back. So, no, I think the squad, when we get those available, will be enough and healthy enough.
Who is the closest to a turn out of those players you've mentioned?
Probably Regan. He did a little bit of training last week. He still feels his knee, so he needs to just get rid of that final little niggle, and then he'll be back available again.